Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Iliana here, and if you're already part of this wonderful family, thank you so much for continuing to watch and to support. In today's video, we are going to be doing a comparison between the original Camo Concealer and their hydrating one that just released not too long ago. So we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison so we can see creasing and coverage and all that good stuff. So if you want to know the tea on the concealers, make sure that you keep on watching. But as always, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you are notified every single time that I upload. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up, and without further ado, let's get into another review video. Hold up. Okay, so the new Camo Concealers just released a couple weeks ago, and I'm very excited because I did finally pick one up. I did find mine at my local Target. They did have a really nice display at the end cap of one of the aisles, and it had all of the new shades, and they also had a bunch of other new e.l.f. makeup and some other brands as well. So I'm telling you, 2020 is all about all the new makeup, and I'm really excited to be doing like this review because you guys already know that I loved my original Camo Concealer. I absolutely love it. Pulling up the little chart that e.l.f. does have on their website, it does say that the original Camo Concealer does have new 8 shades, so they have now a total of 26 shades. However, it is matte, fast drying. The wear time is 16 hours. It does dry a little bit darker, and then it is usually used for normal to oily skin types. The difference between that and the hydrating concealer is that the hydrating one does come in 25 shades. It is a satin finish, it claims. It does have full coverage. It is for normal to dry skin, which is me, and then it also has time to play instead of drying immediately as soon as you apply it, and then it's supposed to dry to the color of the bottle instead of drying darker. So I think that one of the things that I did notice is that a lot of the shades, I do use the shade Medium Peach in the original Camo Concealer, but when I went to reach for the Medium Peach shade in the new one, it didn't really match up. It was kind of off. So the one that I did get is Fair Warm, and if you guys can look at the bottles, they look pretty similar in shade. It's just a little bit warmer, but that was like the closest one that I could find because the others were actually not as close to the shade. The Medium Peach was not the same shade as the Medium Peach in the hydrating one. So if you go out and you look for it, and if you already know your shade in the original Camo Concealer, just a heads up that they are not the same, as at least that's what I think, and from other reviews that I have seen as well, they don't really match up. So just a little heads up so you guys know. But I already did apply my foundation, and today I am wearing the Photo Focus Dewy Foundation in Buff Bisque. I love this foundation, so we're going to go ahead and apply one side with the original Camo Concealer, and then we're going to apply one side with the hydrating concealer so you guys can see it side by side. I'm going to set them both, and then we're going to just kind of finish the makeup and show you guys what it looks like. So let's jump into it. Okay, so I already did apply my foundation, brought you guys just in a little bit closer so you guys can get a closer look at the actual concealer and the way that it is applying. So like I said, we're going to be doing the hydrating on one side and then the original on the other side. So on this side, I'm going to be doing the original concealer. This is the 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. So that is what I'm going to be doing on this side. We're going to do this one first. When I apply my concealers, I do like to do a generous amount just because I do like to use it to really highlight my areas like that. And I'm not really going to go into the forehead or anything because I do want to leave that for the hydrating, but at least the under eye, you guys can get a little bit of an idea. So around my mouth and nose. And I am using the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge as well. I love this sponge to blend it out. So this shade really does brighten up my under eyes. It looks crazy right now, but with bronzer and everything, it'll look good. So this on this side is the original Camo Concealer. You guys can see that it does have really nice coverage and it does blend out very easily. So this is what the original formula looks like. So we're going to be comparing it to the new one. This is the this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer in Satin Finish. This is the hydrating formula. Like I said, I did pick up the shade Fair Warm. So this side did really brighten up. It really did conceal, and it has a nice formula. It is a little bit drying, so we're going to go in and test this. So it does have the same applicator. It does have that like large dofa, so it's pretty much the same thing, just a different formula. So we're going to go ahead and apply. Alright, so I'm taking the hydrating one, and I am going to be highlighting the rest of my face using this one just so I can see and test out the wearability of it, but it does have nice brightening, so let's blend it out. So this is what both of the concealers look like. Like I said, this side does have the hydrating, and you can really tell that it is extremely hydrating compared to this side. There's really no shine. It's very matte finish. The coverage I think is pretty much about the same thing. I do like the coverage of it, and I think I kind of like the finish of the hydrating side a little bit more just because I do have dry skin. So I do have especially dry under eyes, but I do like this hydrating formula. It seems really nice. It blended out just as easy as the camo, and it does have a very like satin finish compared to this one. So if I bring you guys closer, so you guys can definitely tell that it is a little bit more hydrating. It does have more of a like dewier finish compared to the camo side. This side is pretty matte, so especially with a dewy foundation like the one I'm wearing right now, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation, I would definitely recommend using something that's a little bit more hydrating than throwing on a drying matte concealer. So that's my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and set both of them. The setting powder that I have been using recently is my Hailey's Beauty setting powder. This is what this one looks like, and you guys see it all over my Instagram. I've been raving about it. I absolutely love this setting powder. So that's what I'm going to be going in with underneath my eyes, and then setting the rest of my face makeup as well. So after setting both of them, this is what both of the under eyes look like. I think it's really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead, finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back and check in with you guys so you guys can see what the final look looks like, and so you guys can see how the concealer is pretty much played out, and if there was any creasing by the time that I placed my setting powder to the time that I finished the rest of my makeup. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am back with the final look. I went ahead and I finished the rest of my makeup. This is the final look, and so far, what I can tell you about the concealers, I can definitely tell that the hydrating one is definitely a lot more hydrating than the original Camo Concealer. The Camo Concealer, I'm going to bring you guys in just a little bit closer so I can show you guys. The coverage did come down just a little bit. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's probably because it's such a drying formula, and with my dry skin, especially my dry under eye area, it didn't really like cling onto my skin like the hydrating one. So far, I'm really liking the hydrating side, which is this side. It's only been like half an hour since I finished my makeup, but this is what it's looking like so far, and I mean, I really like this look too. Okay, so this is what the concealers look like. This is the hydrating side, so you can definitely tell that it is a lot more hydrating looking. It does have nice coverage. The coverage is there. And this is the original Camo Concealer side. So side by side, you can definitely tell that there's a little bit more coverage on this side than there is on this side. So that's what the number one thing that I do notice. But again, I don't think it's because of the actual concealer. I just think that it's because of the formula. So yeah, those are my final thoughts on the concealers. Like I said, I love the original concealer, and I was really, really hyped about the hydrating one. You know, I do have to wear it throughout the day to really see how the creasing goes, because when it is obviously hydrating, it does tend to kind of smear off a little bit, but it's all, you know, I have to test it out, see how it works, see how it goes with my powders that I actually use all the time. So if it works out, then I'm going to definitely give this a thumbs up. This is what the side by side is. Again, the original Camo Concealer is on this side and my hydrating is on this side. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up before you guys head out. I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao!